Welcome to session 52. So, in this session, we'll continue reading plot development in Act 4 of the play, and the same themes of revenge, bloodshed, and violence continue in this session also. So, what happens in Act 4, scene number 4, that Cordelia has finally landed in Britain with the French troops with an intention of helping her father, and there she speaks to a doctor about her father's condition, and she says that she will do everything in her power to help Lear. We see a kind of humane side to Cordelia in this particular act. Though she was disowned by her father, she is the one who genuinely loves him. So she instructs a group to go and look for the group of soldiers to go and look for the king. And Cordelia has heard that Mad Lear is wandering in the fields near Dover, and she is deeply concerned that he will be found and brought to safety. Cordelia makes it very much clear that she is not invading England for political reasons but purely to rescue her father. What we understand here that there is no desire of getting the throne of England, which is shown by Cordelia here. She really or genuinely wants to help her father. It is not her hunger for power, it is her love towards her father which makes her to invade England. On the other side, Oswald delivers Goneril's letter to Regan and tells her that her sister now commands Albany's troops. So now she is in the position of commanding the troops, Albany's troops, and Regan is now suspicious and jealous about Goneril's involvement with Edmund, and she tries to convince Oswald to give her the letter that Goneril sends to Edmund. So now she is trying to trick Oswald by somehow she gets the letter which is in his hand, which Goneril has written to Edmund. But Oswald, on the other hand, he refuses to give that letter, but he agrees to deliver the news of Cornwall's death to Goneril. So Regan tells him that there will be a reward given to whoever finds and kills Gloucester. So we see the kind of villainous sides of both Goneril and Regan, which continues in this act and in this scene also. So a key moment which appears in this act is that this scene, and in scene number 5, that this scene brings even closer the inevitable showdown or conflict between Goneril and Regan over Edmund. And Regan's wish that Oswald warn Goneril to cease sense and let Edmund go is an act of open hostility. What we see here, that the close bond between Regan and Goneril is now gradually becoming very loose, and now we see a kind of open hostility, and the reason is their desire towards Edmund, the illegitimate son of Gloucester. The desire for Edmund threatens to destroy their alliance, which further results in their own tragedy. In scene 6, Edgar pretends to bring his father to the edge of a cliff. Edgar, who is still disguised as madman, poor Tom, where he brings his father near the edge of a cliff in Dover, and Gloucester is tricked into believing that he has plunged to the bottom of the cliff. He believed that he has plunged into the bottom of the cliff to kill himself, but he was miraculously saved from death by Edgar. And Lear appears, and he is crowned with flowers, and there he delivers a speech of mad morality, and he also speaks about or speaks against corruption. So in this particular speech, what we see a totally different Lear who appeared in the beginning of the play. We see a kind of self introspection. Now he speaks of morality, and he also speaks about the corrupt nature of his daughters and how it has resulted him in his suffering. So Cordelia's men appear and they try to take hold of Lear, but the king, he runs away from there. On the other hand, Edgar, he hears how the English forces drawing nearer, and Oswald appears and tries to kill Gloucester because he was Regan offered certain reward for a person who kills Gloucester. Oswald, in the desire to get that reward, he tries to kill Gloucester, but Gloucester's protective son Edgar, he kills Oswald in return. Edgar reads the letter that Oswald was carrying from Goneril to Edmund. So it is at this point Edgar gets hold of that letter which was written by Goneril to Edmund, and Goneril's wicked plans to have her own husband killed so that she can marry Edmund are revealed. The evil intentions of Goneril becomes clear when Edgar gets the letter which was written by her to Edmund. So Cordelia and Kent, now they are at the French camp where the king has been brought to recover. So Lear was found and he was brought to recover, and Cordelia thanks Duke of Kent for all he has done and prays for her father's recovery. So she expresses her gratitude to the Duke of Kent because earlier Kent himself was banished by Lear, but in spite of that fact he stays very close to Lear and he protects him throughout the course of the play. And Lear is brought in, and the doctor instructs that he will be woken up. When the king wakes up, he is confused and disoriented by seeing the things which are happening around him. Lear then recognizes Cordelia and he begs for her forgiveness. A moment of repent and recognition of his mistake happens at this point of the play. And the British forces are fast approaching near the French camp. In this scene, what we see is that Lear is reunited with Cordelia, and Lear is no longer the arrogant king he was once, and now he is a tired old man, aware of his faults and hoping to be forgiven. So, Act 4 ends with the process of self introspection by King Lear. Now he is a transformed person. He is not arrogant king now. Now he is a tired old man and he is aware of the mistakes he has committed, and he is hoping that his daughter Cordelia will forgive him. So at the end there are multiple choice questions related to both session 51 and 52. Go through them and answer them. Thank you.